A 28-year-old man, named Thomas, with short, curly black hair and deep, soulful brown eyes. He carries a small, worn toolbox, a symbol of his hard work and dedication as a carpenter. There is a high monk, who is an elderly man with a serene, wise expression and a calm, composed demeanor. His eyes are a gentle, warm brown, radiating peace and understanding. Thomas stands in his small, cluttered workshop, surrounded by half-finished furniture and scattered tools. His face is etched with weariness and doubt as he stares at a pile of wood, his dreams of building a successful carpentry business fading. Thomas walks through a quiet, serene monastery garden, his toolbox clutched tightly in his hand. He looks around at the beautifully crafted wooden structures, his eyes filled with a mix of admiration and longing. The high monk sits serenely on a stone bench in the garden, his hands folded gently in his lap as he meditates. Thomas approaches him, his eyes filled with a desperate need for guidance. Thomas kneels before the high monk, his head bowed, as he pours out his heart. The high monk listens patiently, his eyes filled with compassion and understanding. He hands Thomas a small, manual's guide that showcases the importance of persistency and hold on to one's faith that God has a plan for every one of us. Thomas sits in his workshop, the figurine placed prominently on his workbench. He begins to carve a new piece, his doubts and fears slowly fading away as he focuses on the beauty and craftsmanship of his work. Thomas is seen, working diligently in his workshop, his face filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. The figurine sits on his workbench, a constant reminder of the high monk's words and the trust he has placed in his journey. Thomas stands in a bustling marketplace, his beautifully crafted furniture proudly displayed for sale. His face is radiant with joy and gratitude as he realizes the true extent of God's plan for him. Thomas is surrounded by admirers, their eyes filled with awe and appreciation as they marvel at his work. The figurine, now a symbol of his journey in faith, sits prominently on a shelf beside him. Thomas sits in his workshop, his toolbox filled with new tools and aspirations. He looks out at the world with a sense of peace and fulfillment, knowing that his journey is far from over, but trusting in the path that lies ahead. Moral of the story: life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and it's easy to lose sight of our dreams and aspirations when faced with challenges. But remember, just like the figurine in Thomas's story, our work and our experiences are guiding us towards fulfilling God's plan for us. Trust in the process, hold on to your faith, and believe that your darkest moments are merely the dawn of a brighter future. With patience and perseverance, you will discover that your dreams are within reach, and that God has a plan for you that is more wonderful than you can imagine.